Sir Obama, who is one of the persons who were arrested, during for some comments he made on social media. I mean, you are a direct victim of all of this. I mean, if I can put it that way, what is the essence for somebody like you who went to police cell, was detained, was given certain conditions that you could not meet? What, for somebody like you, how important is this exercise?
Let me start with the famous quotation from Martin Nimuela, who says that when they came for the socialists, I did not speak because I was not a socialist. When they came for the Jews, I did not speak because I was not a Jew. It goes on and on. Basically, what he's trying to say that when they came for him, there was no one to speak for him. My brother, you are a witness to the intimidation, harassment, and so on and so forth that is being meted out to critical voices in opposition. I am a direct victim of that kind of intimidation, which I cannot get over. Not today, not tomorrow, or any day. My home was broken into by armed thieves, numbering about 8. They took me to the NSB, that's the National Signals Bureau, detained me there, whisked me away to the police headquarters. My brother, they arraigned me in court. As it stands now, I'm still in court. Over what? They claim that I have published a video which contains people who are seen brandishing guns. My brother, this gun in question, or this video in question, is not my making. In fact, it is a factual video, which if the police is interested, they can trace the source.
So you said that video was taken in Ghana, an event that happened in Ghana?
Absolutely. In the video, you hear them speaking Dagbani. Is Dagbani a foreign language? Certainly not. So why would anybody, by any stretch of imagination, come and tell me that this video was not taken in Ghana and that I am seeking to create fear and panic in this country? My brother, I was detained in the police house like a hardened criminal for 5 days. Even when the court had granted me bail, I was dehumanized. I feel the police have not been fair to me. I feel that my rights and freedom, my liberties were curtailed.
I mean, we know you're one of the activists of the NPP when it comes to social media activism. Has this affected the manner in which you do your activities? Do you feel intimidated? Have you changed your modus operandi because of what happened?
In fact, I am energized than before. I am energized than before. That is why you see me here in person, to register my displeasure about how the operatives of our security services, who are supposed to give us protection, are rather cowing us into submission. And the earlier we speak about this, the better it will be for all of us as a country. The era of culture of silence must be a thing of the past. We cannot live in the 21st century whereby dissenting voices will be subjected to this kind of harassment and intimidation. And that is why we are here in our numbers to send a signal.
Now we are told we'll try and we don't know what has happened at the moment, but there seems to be some engagement with the Ghana Police Service. We'll try as much as possible to understand what is happening here at the moment, but it is a march by the NPP. Is what they say of power by the police service. They are moving to CID police headquarters. To halt its current practice, where it's one way or the other abuses the rights of persons associated with the NPP, allegedly. Let's see if we can speak to some of the persons who've made themselves available here at the protest here. We can see in our shot Samia Uku, he's here, a former national youth organizer of the MPP, Samia Uku. He is here. Salam Mustafa is here. Let's speak to Henry Nanabuache. Let's speak to Henry Nanabuache. Let's speak to Henry Nanabuache, who is a national organizer of the MPP. Nanabi, what for you is the essence of this particular protest by the youth wing of the party?
Yes, this protest is against the deliberate weaponization of state institutions, especially the security agencies, to harass members of the opposition party. Now, the selective justice is becoming worrying. The unwarranted arrest for expression of views, regardless of how harsh it is becoming too much. What the youth wing is seeking to achieve is to signal President Mahama that you are the president of the land. You have been elected to defend Ghana's democracy. The level at which our democracy is descending is worrying, is going down. The fact that there is a change in government does not mean that you weaponize state institutions. You clearly orchestrate go to court as an individual. You do not criminalize free speech, cause the arrest of an individual because he's expressed a certain view. In any case, the selective justice we are talking about is to the effect that do we have different set of laws for the MPP and different set of laws for the NDC? We are in this country. We have this fake Dr. Sansali, who was projecting herself as a medical doctor. This is a criminal offense. She's not been arrested. This rough guy who entered Rich Hospital, caused mayhem, put fear and panic in people who were seeking health care. As we speak, he's not been arrested. Several calls were made for his arrest. He's not been arrested. The constituency officer for Abuakwa North threatened that they were going to kill myself. Ahunahuna came. Unfortunately, they've not been arrested. They've not been arrested. As we speak, Chief Azoka we were told that he's been arrested. As I speak, we have not even seen the pictures, nothing of that sort. What we are saying is that this is a march against harassment, this deliberate abuse of power by the incumbent. And that is the signal we are going to send to President Mahama. Thank you very much.
That is Henry Nanabuache speaking about the selective justice. Speaking about the selective justice that has been. Let's speak to Commander here. Couple, I mean, you've led the youth wing of the party before. How critical is it for the youth of the NPP at this?
That the NPP never did was to be cowed into submission, or out of fear we gave up on what we needed to do for the Ghanaian people. Today, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The selective application of the rule of law and the laws of our country is sickening. You will have a vice chairman of a ruling party making incendiary comments and attacks, and also threatening bodily harm and elimination of opposition figures. He's called over a tea or coffee and granted bail. Then you have a regional chairman of the opposition party makes comment, the police finds it offensive and finds it difficult to stomach. The person is put behind bars, the person is given draconian bail conditions. Then you have a trial judge that will tell you that in the animal farm book, not all animals are equal. That is the kind of situation that we face. I'm happy that today the NPP young folks and the young people in our party, they have risen to the occasion and are also clear in their mind that they will resist oppressors' rule, speak against injustice, and also speak against the harassment, the intimidation, and the deliberate gagging of opposition activists. This we will not allow.
Are you not able to distinguish between? Are you not able to distinguish between the two? That, for one instance, the Ghana Police Service gave the person bail, and for that, the person went to court, and the court decided to remand the person.
The prosecution is definitely the police, and that of the Attorney General's office. And clearly, they were acting in concert with the police in this matter. If you listen to some of the comments that comes from the ruling party supporters, the offensive comments, the misconduct, the police sometimes turn a blind eye onto it. And for me, what I find outrageous is the fact that the rule of law is deliberately being selectively applied, and that is not good for our democracy. And I urge the NPP young people, the NPP youth, that today we begin another long walk to freedom, and this we will not stop. And we will back party leadership and get together amongst ourselves and challenge any decision that we believe is inconsistent with the rule of law and the constitution of our country.
So that is Sami Awuku, a former national organizer and youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party and the Member of Parliament for the Ekapem North constituency, making his position known on this particular matter. And he believes that it is important that the NPP as a party is protesting against the actions of the Ghana Police Service. He's called out
IGP. The oppressors' rule is too much. Mr. President, kindly sack the IGP. The intimidation tactics from the NDC and the intimidation tactics from the IGP on New Patriotic members is too much. I mean, there should be equality before the law. People are misbehaving and they go scot-free. If you're an NPP member, now the culture of silence, you can't say anything. Mr. President, sack the IGP now.
Isn't this a harsh call?
This is not a harsh call. This is a good call. The IGP must be sacked.
Well, so as you heard, some persons are also calling for the Inspector General of Police to be arrested. The protesters are about getting to the Kanda police station. They're about getting to the Nima police station, I must say, and they are making their way to the Ghana Police Service headquarters to make their demand known. This is to send a clear signal to the Ghana Police Service that they will not countenance any form of abuse, any form of unlawful detention and harsh bail conditions that are imposed on persons who are sent to the court or persons who are arrested. a host of NPP personalities having been arrested or having been sent to the court. Some granted bail, some granted bail based on conditions which they have described as excessive and harsh. And you have those who also have been remanded. They seek to protest against all these actions and saying that there's a deliberate attempt by the government to stifle free speech, which they argue is not in the best interest of Ghana at the moment. You're still watching ChannelOne TV. There's our coverage of the protest by the NPP. A host of national officers of the NPP are here, as well as NPP executives and NPP officers are here. We've seen here Dennis Miracle Sabwaje, who is a spokesperson for the NPP's 2024 presidential candidate. Very soon we'll be trying to speak to him to get his views on the essence and also what exactly they seek to achieve by this protest. Well, the Ghana Police Service, as you can see, a 2 or 3 line police officers in the riot control here, trying as much as possible to provide some protection. I must say that there's adequate police presence here. There's adequate police presence here for this particular protest. So far, the protest has gone on uneventful, without a form of destruction. It's been going on peacefully.